God damn, I'm pale. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a super exciting videos because you guys know I'm obsessed with base products, concealers, foundations, and setting powders. I adore them. I talk about them all the time. So today I have super fun products to play around with. I'm so incredibly grateful for KKW Beauty for sending me this collection. It is the Conceal, Bake, and Brighten collection from KKW Beauty. I've ordered from KKW Beauty a bunch of times, you guys already know. Up until this point, I've bought all my own, so I'm so grateful to have this collection, to be able to share all of the shades with you guys, because that's super exciting to me. I love sharing all shades of whatever I'm reviewing. I think it just makes it super helpful and informative, and sharing with you guys the shades, names, and all that good stuff. In the first portion of this video, I'm gonna share with you guys all the different shades of all of the products, and then I'm gonna get into the tutorial portion and review this for you guys. I'm so excited. Of course, you guys already know, doesn't matter that this was sent to me. I'm 100% gonna be honest and share with you guys realistic views. So I'm gonna get close and personal, I'm gonna dim my lights, share with you guys my thoughts, and I'm just so excited. So let me just jump into it. Look at all that goodness. Woo!
So here is the full collection, starting off with the 16 concealers. These are the first 4 light shades. Then we have another 4 medium shades. And I'll leave all the undertones down below in the description box. Then we have 4 dark shades. And then lastly, we have the deep dark shades. Again, I'll leave all the undertones of every single shade in the description box, so you're aware of all the various undertones. There's 16 in total. Then we're moving on to the baking powders. There are 4 in total. They come in these clear acrylic packaging, square, really nice, and they come with a little sifter. They're all translucent, and then 3 of them have like an undertone. And then lastly, we have the brightening powders, again in the acrylic packaging, 4 in total, and they're pressed powders. Then we have 2 brushes, this concealer brush and then this larger sponge and brush.
So I have a little info sheet here which I'm going to read out. It says that this is a 3-step process which Mario and Kim perfected over the years, because they've been working together for years and years. And this is their routine. So they wanted to introduce how they do Kim's iconic brightened under eye, and obviously the center of the face as well. So they wanted to do the whole 3-step process, starting with the concealers, which are full coverage liquid concealers with an ultra creamy hydrating formula, which is amazing for the under eyes. You don't want anything too dry, and it says that it's perfect for correcting and highlighting. Then they have the baking powder, which is a lightweight formula. It's non-drying, it's velvety, and it creates a soft diffused finish. They're universal translucent powders. You guys know I'm obsessed with my translucent powders. If you've been watching me, you already know my top favorites, so it's gonna be great to compare. And it says that the powders come in different shades to suit every skin tone, perfect for baking and setting the under eye. And then, which is what I'm most excited for, is the brightening powder, because I haven't seen a brand do that, almost introduce a brightening powder to put on top of a loose translucent powder for the under eye. So I'm really excited about that. I've seen either or. I've never seen them used together, and I've never used them together, so this is gonna be interesting. It's a silky pressed powder, so that it's not a loose powder. It's a pressed powder infused with fine brightening pearls, which add radiance under the eyes to help that really wide awake brightened under eye look. Okay, perfect. All right, so what I'm gonna do is start off with my foundation, my primer, my foundation, and then we're gonna go into concealer. So I'm gonna start off with the Guerlain L'Or I don't know what is it. It's a bougie ass primer that I've been using for months. As you can see, I'm all the way down here, but it's a hydrating, super moisturizing, lightweight primer with gold flecks in it. It's supposed to lift the face. So I'm using my favorite Cover FX flat top brush, and I'm just gonna brush this all over the skin. The foundation I'm going in with is the NARS Sheer Glow foundation in the shade Medium 3 Stromboli. It's a tad too dark for me at the moment, but I'm just super pale, like. And I'm using the same Cover FX brush. I'm just gonna go all over the skin. So now that the foundation is on, as you can see, there's nothing on the under eyes, and I'm just gonna go in with the concealer on the under eyes, of course, and the center of the face. So I've chosen shade 6. It has a lovely yellow undertone, and it's quite light, well, lighter than my skin tone. So I'm gonna go in and see how that is. I do like the packaging a lot. It's the same as her glosses, which are my everything. I love those glosses, but I like the packaging. It's easy to store. I like the square situation. Okay, here we go. I like that there's a flat doe foot applicator. It's really easy to apply that way. It's flat on both edges, and it's a good size. I definitely like this shade for sure. Gonna do that. I'm not dipping back in, I'm just using the other edge. Just like that. Now I'm gonna dip back in so I can do the center of the face. I'm gonna go down the bridge of the nose. You guys know I like to do a little dot. I'm gonna go on the chin. And you know what, I'm gonna do a little bit on the sides of the mouth, because I like to brighten that area because of the smile lines. That should do it. I tend to use the same brush I use for my foundation for my concealer, so I'm going to try it out with this, and then I'm also going to be using the brush that it comes with, which is with this one. There's a flat edge on this side to apply the concealer, and there's a fluffy edge which I might use just directly under the eye. So I'm going to start to blend the center of the face. It doesn't seem to set very quickly, which is a good thing. I don't like when concealers dry out really fast. And I definitely think the shade is very good for me. I'm glad I chose that first, shade 6. It's blending really nicely so far. It definitely has that really pretty yellow undertone, which I love in my concealers for my skin tone. And it does feel quite rich and creamy, but not thick so far. So I'm gonna do that directly there, and I'm gonna leave that to blend. So I'm just gonna do the center of the face first before I pick up that fluffy brush and do directly under the eyes. It blends really seamlessly. I like it so far in terms of blending. I'm going to pick up that KKW brush, use the fluffy side to do this directly under the eyes. With this brush, again, it's really easy to blend. It's not catching on any areas on my skin. I like the way it looks on my skin. It's definitely a great match. Doesn't look too light, so I may just go in with a lighter shade and see what that's like. It's really creamy, really easy to blend, and I don't see it starting and stopping anywhere on my skin, which is good. Let me go in with a lighter shade. I'm just gonna go a shade down The shade 5. Let's see what it's going to be like. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit because I don't want to go in crazy. Not dipping back in. And it says it's buildable, so you can put more on top and it shouldn't cake up. As it says, it's buildable. So going back with my foundation brush. I feel like I constantly complain that I'm pale, even when I'm tan. Oh, yeah, this is definitely more brightening. It does blend and move about really easily. So quick. Even with the 2 layers, it doesn't seem to cake up at all. It does look very hydrated on the skin. It doesn't look dry in any way. It blended super quickly. And I like those 2 shades that I used. So shade 6 and shade 5. I really like it so far. Definitely hasn't gone in any fine lines under my eyes. Especially now that I haven't set it yet, which is good. Pretty pleased with that so far. I look crazy ghostly, but hopefully I'm gonna add some color back into my face. Let me add some contour and be right back. Okay, so time to bake. This is the shade 2 in the baking loose powder. I'm just gonna pour some into the lid. This has a nice pinky undertone, which I don't normally go for, but I'm interested to see what it's like. So I'm gonna pick up a little tiny beauty blender and press it into the powder and pick it up. I'm gonna go directly under the eyes, and I tend to go right against the nose to snatch the nose in a little bit, and just place it on the under eyes. Again, the same on this side. I like brightening the chin. And then, of course, my favorite, which is right against the jawline here. So now that you look a little like Santa, I'm gonna leave this on for literally a minute. I don't like to leave baking powder on too long. So this is just gonna sit on the skin for literally 1 minute, and I'll be right back to dust it away. Okay, so I'm gonna use the brush that it came with. It has a little sponge which is angled, which is actually perfect for placing product. Should have used that, but I'm gonna use the brush side to dust everything away and see what we're left with. The powder, I must say, is very finely milled, which is perfect. It's not going to leave that white cast, and it's going to blend really easily. It's dusting away really quickly because it's so finely milled, which is amazing. My favorite translucent powders do exactly this, which is great. So I'm happy that this is performing very similar to my favorite powders. Alright, Kimmy, what do you mean? The under eye looks so smooth. It's actually a joke. Do you see how it's cinched in my nose a little bit? Alright, okay. Really good. The powder so far, I see immediate results. You know what I mean? It feels super smooth on the skin. Really nice. I like that powder a lot, and you guys know I am very picky with powder. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pick up a little bit of whatever's left on the lid and just dust it on my forehead because I didn't bake there. I just want to dust a little bit there and down my nose because my T-zone does get oily. Okay, the powder is really nice. Let me try and show you guys. This is what we're left with. This is the lowest my lights go. What do you guys think? The powder is really nice. Really nice. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm going to just bronze up the skin a little bit and we'll be back to brighten, which is the last step, the under eyes. Okay, let's go. Alright, so I added a little bit of bronzer to my skin and now we're going to do the last step. So I'm gonna go back in with that brush. I'm wondering if I should use this to press it in. Let me try that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the same shade as the loose powder. So I'm doing shade 2 in the Brighten pressed powder. Girl, can't open it. Woo! Makes you work for it. All right. Okay, you see that jawline? How snatched it is? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, so this is what the powder looks like, which you guys already saw me showing you in the clips in the beginning of this video. I'm going to use... Do I use this? Yeah, let me use that. Okay. I'm going to pick up some product on the sponge side. Oh, okay, she's pigmented, all right. That defo brightens, you can see that. You can see that. The sponge is not bad, you know. Let me brush it over a little bit. That definitely brightens. Say you did your powder and then you did your bronzer and you messed up a little bit, maybe on your nose or whatever. This is such an easy way to correct that because you can, this sponge, actually the angle of it is really nice. You see how it fits there and creates that line? How? You can see that. Let me put this down a little bit. You can see that, right? See that line? Snatch your nose real quick. That is such an easy way to clean up mess, but that for sure brightens, right? Let's pick some up on the brush side and do the chin. Do we like that? I definitely see what she means with the reflecting brightening pearls. I can see the brightness, you know what I mean? It's not shimmery, it's like a reflection. It's really, really nice. Let me add a little bit of highlight to my cheeks to finish off the look, and then let's conclude this video. All about the gold highlight. Yes. Alright, so let's conclude my thoughts. Concealer is super creamy, very pigmented in color, really, really rich and hydrating. I like the concealer. It's definitely a product that I have to try over and over again, but I see no creasing on my under eyes. I did wait a minute because I did take pictures in between the steps, so I didn't see any creasing in between those takes. So that's a good sign. It did blend really, really seamlessly with my foundation. I don't see any marks. Worked really well with a brush. and it's definitely a product that I think would work really well with a wet, like damp beauty blender because of its texture. It's not moussey, it's creamy, it's thick but not cakey. You know what I mean? It's definitely opaque, and I did layer, as they said it was buildable, I did layer and I saw, you know, no cakiness. For the baking powder, the translucent powder, this is probably my standout product. The formula of it is really, really nice. You guys know I'm picky with my translucent powders, my loose translucent powders. I'm really, really picky with them, and this did such a good job. Probably my standout product. This is definitely something I'm gonna put, you guys know, my top drawer and use this for every day. This is definitely something I see myself using all the time. So that's definitely my standout product. It's so smoothing under the eyes, really, really finely milled. It's not a thick powder, it doesn't leave that white cast, but definitely snatches the face. For the brightening product, as you remember me mentioning in the beginning of the video, I've never seen anything like this, especially for putting on top of other powders. I've never seen anything like it. A genius product. Definitely something they worked really, really well on. See brands catching on to this kind of product and maybe bringing out their own. So this is definitely something I'm sure I'll see more of, but really brightening. I used the shade 2. They again come in 4 shades. Really brightening, has that reflection. Again, really smoothing on the under eyes. I see no cakiness. I see no creases on my under eyes. Really, really carves out any area that you put that powder in. Powder, she's done a really great job on. I mean, they done a really great job on. The concealer is definitely something I would want to try more of, but because it's creamy, because it's so pigmented, I think I'm gonna like it. But powders are for sure my top products of this collection. But let me dim the light a little bit and show you guys as best as I can. So that's the lowest my light goes. I'm gonna try and come as close as possible. So if you can see my under eyes, my nose is super snatched for sure. I love that. My jawline is super cut. I put a light layer of bronzer. So you can see my highlight, of course. What do you guys think? I don't know why when I come close to you guys I start to whisper. Oh, and one thing to mention, the concealer did not crease in my laugh lines, and you guys know in some products my laugh lines crease like badly, so that's a good sign. But yeah, that's it for the video. Definitely, again, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of the final product? Are there any products from this collection that you would want to try? I hope I done it justice. I hope you guys got as much information as you possibly would want to, and you can make up your mind about this, whether you're going to purchase it or not, and let me know your thoughts. So I'll love you and leave you guys. Please check out my previous videos. Please subscribe to my channel. My social media is linked down below and also at the end of this video. Everything is with Nina V. Definitely follow me. I would highly, highly appreciate it. So I'll love you and leave you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.